Good morning, viewer. Welcome to our perspective. Yes, Nepal Polls China's meddling and India's hydropower games. The Chinese influence in Nepal is a well-known fact, and ahead of this month's election, the Himalayan nation faces a tough task running in foreign policy. Marcus and follows a senior research fellow at the Asia Pacific Foundation says that China has become increasingly more involved in Nepal's domestic policies. There is a great amount of resentment among the voters who have in the past few years seen their government breakdown and formation. The fact that Chinese President Xi Jinping has got a third term has made him more assertive, and Nepal is of great interest to Beijing in its bid to assert its dominance in South Asia. Nepal became a democracy in 2008, and since then China has taken advantage of the willingness of some communist factions in Nepal to deepen diplomatic ties. The foreign policy report says while some view it as cooperation, a majority term, it is as blunted interference. In the year 2017, the Communist Party of Nepal and the Communist Party of Nepal Mayo Center announced that they would contest the elections together. It was clear at that time the Chinese Communist Party had a direct role in it. Although this alliance won in 2018, it broke in 2021, and this has baffled many as there were huge differences among seemingly aligned parties. While the meddling continues, things have not been exactly the same. In 2019, Nepal endorsed China's positions on Taiwan. However, that was under the pro-China KP Sharma Oli. Since the collapse of the coalition, a lot has changed under the Nepali Congress-led coalition. Kathmandu has been wary of starting the Belt and Road Initiative, which Nepal had signed in 2017. There are concerns about the Chinese debt trap, which both Sri Lanka and Nepal are in. Further, Nepal also joined other South Asian countries condemning China's approach in Xinjiang, Tibet and Hong Kong. And the fellow said that any hope of a free Tibet would, however, be quashed if the CCP is able to sandwich the region between two like-minded governments in Beijing and Kathmandu. While India continues to keep a close watch, it must be noted that Nepal has started to shift its hydropower projects worth billions of dollars from China's developers to Indian companies. This is largely because India, as Nepal's principal buyers of exported electricity, apparently refuses to buy power produced by Chinese-built plant. India won't buy electricity from the West Shakti hydro project if it is built by Chinese companies, so I am going to give it to India, Prime Minister of Nepal Sher Bahadur Deuba said. We will be able to reduce the trade deficit with India by selling electricity, and this will help foster better cooperation and mutual sharing of water resources between two countries, he also said. On November 2nd, New Delhi agreed to repeated requests from Kathmandu and opened its door for Nepal to sell 39 megawatt of electricity produced by the 24 megawatt Trishuli hydropower project and the 15 megawatt Devigat hydropower project in India Energy Exchange Limited. Both these projects were developed by Nepal with assistance from India. From big power deficit, Nepal became power surplus in August last year with the commissioning of 456 megawatt Upper Tamoksha hydropower project. Since June this year, the export of power from Nepal to India has increased to 364 megawatt from 6 more hydropower projects. This in turn has also increased Nepal's earning. The earnings from power exports to India have considerably improved our foreign exchange reserves, which had decreased by 18.2% during the one-year period between April 2021 and April 2022. Nepal's Power Minister Pampa Bhushan said this has encouraged India to publish the development to create a positive impact on Nepal's policy and its civil society. India would hope for a stable government in Nepal which would keep its strategic interest in mind. However, a watcher explained to the reporter that would be worrisome is that Nepalese leaders have been driven by the thirst for power and the post of Prime Minister. Hence, expecting a stable government this time too would be optimistic on India's post. Beyond the report for